Hi, I'm Maya from Bookworm Dreams and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk about all the books I'm going to read in January. Right, first I want to mention I'm doing a secret project in which I am reading speculative fiction by 3 Croatian authors. There will be a vlog of this. Now the problem is me figuring out whether the vlog will be in Croatian or in English, because out of those 3 books only one of them is in English and all the others are in Croatian. The one is translated in English. I shall have to think on this. Then I'm going to read one book for the Buzzword Reading Challenge, and the prompt for January is Life or Death, and for that I picked a book called The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. I was excited because the cover is fantastic, as you could probably see here, but then I read it and read the summary of the book, and I'm not sure I'm going to like this book much, but we'll see. So basically in this book we follow Caver. Don't know the name of the characters. Basically, they work on a foreign planet, and they find themselves in this terrifying psychological and emotional journey for survival, which basically means that this woman lied to get on this team and to work to basically leave her home planet. And basically, the person that is supposed to take care of her while she dives and while she explores caves and whatnot on this planet is using like this knowledge of her lying to psychologically torment her and make her life living hell. So we'll see what happens. So for the book club that Christina, myself, my sister and another friend have, we have to read a book called What Do Nightmares Dream Of by Antonia Mesnaric. So basically this is a sapphic horror novella in which we follow a woman who does she have, like, is her house possessed? So basically, we follow Sanya, who lives in a flat, and something else is living in this flat with her. And I guess haunting her. We'll see. It's a short novella, so I'm looking forward to it. Another book that I'm reading by Antonia is Od kolivke pa do groba. So the title translated would be From the Cradle to the Grave, because in Croatia there's like this saying, like, from the cradle to the grave, the best part of your life is when you're in school, something like that, but better translated. So in this book, we follow Nana, who is a caretaker for teenagers who have supernatural powers. And basically, she starts finding body parts. And she has to figure out who's done it. Is it one of her kids? And, you know, some spooky stuff happens. And I'm very much looking forward to it. Urban fantasy is always fun, so I'm looking forward to reading this book. To continue on with my Reddit Fantasy Bingo Challenge, I am reading Phoenix Unbound by Grace Draven. So basically, in this book, it is set in a world where every year a village is required to, like, send a young woman to the empire's capital to, like, die. And so for the last 5 years, they pick the same woman or girl. And she has some power that helps her survive whatever is happening to her. And like this year, a gladiator or something, or somebody basically figures out that she's doing something to survive, and he is blackmailing her to do something. He basically wants to use her abilities to escape slavery and to, I guess, reclaim his birthright. And lastly, for the Christinelli Awards, I'm supposed to read a bunch of novellas, so I picked 4 for this month. So I'm going to read Spear by Nicola Griffin. So basically, if I remember correctly, in this story we follow a wild girl who goes on a journey with her spear to the court of a king, and on this way she, I guess, does things. I don't know. I like to know as little as possible when it comes to novellas, because, you know, sometimes the whole thing can be spoiled in the summary. So the next novella I want to read is The Bruising of, oh, I'm going to mispronounce this, I apologize, Kilva? I have no idea. By Nassim Jamnia. In this story, we follow a refugee who practices blood magic, and she figures out that there is a strange disease in her town or country that basically causes a lot of trouble. So I guess she's going to deal with that. Then I'm going to read Ogres by Adrian Tchaikovsky. Basically, in this story, there's a world where ogres rule everything. There's like a ogre landlord, and he's sort of hurt by a human, and then basically we sort of find out what the consequences of that action is, or are. We'll see. I have no idea. And the last novella on my TBR is January 15 by Rachel Swirsky, I think. God, I need to check how people's names are pronounced. Basically, this is January 15. We follow the story of like a couple of Americans. On this date, every American gets their universal basic income payment. So we sort of follow, I think, 4 different characters and how that day and, you know, affects their lives positively, negatively, and whatnot. So yeah, it should be interesting. So those are all the books that I hope to get to in January. If you have read any of them and you want to share your thoughts, please do it down below. If you want to share the book you are most looking forward to reading, you can also share that in the comments below. If you like this video, please press the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and that's it. There are some links for you to check out in the description box. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!